Ghost Prep ties it up.
Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.
Hello everyone and welcome to Holy Ghost Prep, where we have live district playoff baseball action between the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds and the Upper Perkiomen Indians. We'll come to you in the bottom of the first inning, and Aiden Robbins fouls his first pitch off into the parking lot on the right field side and out of play in the count 0-1. On the top of the first, Upper Perkiomen scored two on RBI singles by Delvin Kranich and Brody Weiss, the catcher and left fielder. Aiden Robbins looking to give the Firebirds an offensive answer. We'll take low for ball one. Two-one now the count to Aiden Robbins. Robbins had a grand slam in our last broadcast, which brought the Fires back within two. That one, another foul ball, and it goes way into foul territory on the right field side again. And they count 2-2.
All right, so we've seen two balls hit in that parking lot already, and the game just started.
Yep.
Going to see a new record, I think.
The 2-2 Robbins fouled off right field side again. And three near mid. Oh, there we go.
Hit the windshield.
Off a ricochet, third time's a charm for the car windshield. Robbins racking up insurance as well as strikes. They count 2-2. And that one's finally hit fair on the left field side. It's a base hit for Robbins. It's a leadoff single for the Firebird offense. They're trying to get back in it. And it's Eddie Rosado coming to the plate. First pitch comes in as a ball to Rosado, and they count 1-0. Robbins looks back to first, and he's back safely. And that's a ground ball over to short, fielded cleanly at second for one, over to first. Just got him by a footstep. Rosado doubled up, and there's a quick 2 outs for the Upper Perkiomen defense in the bottom of the first. With that double play, it brings up the shortstop Matt Gonglick, wearing number 2, and he hits a pop up right field side. And out of play almost in the adjacent makeshift parking lot behind home plate.
Very makeshift.
Yeah. One the count to Gonglick. Evan Whitty gets the start on the mound today for Upper Perkiomen. That pitch taking low ball too. (3-1) now they count to Gonglick after 3 straight balls. And the 3-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. Gonwick reaches base on a walk, giving the Firebirds their second base runner of the inning. Only one remains on base, and it brings up Reese Accord, the power hitter at cleanup, DHing today for Justin Lucas, who's on the mound. And Accord ready to go. Gonwick has looked back to first. He's back safely. And Accord readies the stance again. And the first pitch. Taking at the bottom of the zone for strike one. One of the count to Accord. Once again, Gonwick look back to first. And again, back safely. The third look back today for Upper Perkiomen's pitching. And just in the bottom of the first inning. And that pitch fouled off. And the count now 0-2 to Accord.
So I missed the last game, sadly, but I did catch some of it on stream, and that was some game.
The Fires were down by 9-1 at one point, came back to win at 19-12. And they were up 19-11 at one point.
Wow.
Once again, Gonwick looked back. And spoiler, he was safe.
What is that, the fourth time now? Already in the
just
first?
this at bat.
God.
0-2 the count to Accord. And that pitch fouled off. Accord's fought 2 pitches off so far. He has a strike looking on the first pitch of the at-bat, and so the fourth pitch on the way, it stays in 0-2 count. And the pitch to Accord fouled off again for the third time. For the fifth consecutive pitch, the count 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch to Accord, swung on, ground ball, fielded cleanly and throws a first in time. So Accord will ground out. Acosta will lead off the bottom of the second, but hanging on the top of the second is Kyle Mazzy, the right fielder for Upper Perkiomen, who lead by 2. Leading off for Perkiomen, the right fielder Kyle Mazzy, wearing number 3 and batting 9th in the order. And it's first pitch from Lucas. Taken for a strike. Mezzi ready for his 0-1. That one a little lower and taking for ball 1. 1-1 the count to the right fielder. And the pitch fouled off the top of the cage, and the count 1-2. One and two the count to Mazzy. And the pitch swung on line drive, base hit right field, pardon me. And they throw to first immediately, and they get it, and they did.
Wow.
Good job, Eddie.
On a ground ball to the outfield, Eddie Rosado gets right to Isaac Acosta over at first. And it's an out on an outfield single. Well, it should have been a single. That brings up Evan Sands, led off the game with the single. And an eventual scored run. And his first pitch off the top of the cage in the count 0-1. Sands wearing number 12 playing second base. Takes just outside, ball 1. One the count to Sands. Pitch taken just high, ball 2. Two one taken just a little high. Near the clip at top of the zone, and it's ball 3. So last day of school for Firebird students today,
Wow,
as me and
yeah.
you would definitely know.
Yeah.
And fortunately know.
Hey.
And 3-1, just missed outside, ball 4. 3 consecutive balls thrown by Lucas, but all within probably a few inches of the zone. So a close at bat, but it's a first base run in the second inning for Upper Perkiomen, and it brings up Isaac Bugman.
Yeah, it feels weird. I'm going to be a senior. You're going to be a junior.
Yeah. Upperclassman time. Isaac Bugman, the shortstop. First pitch taken for a ball. Bugman 0 for 1 for a fly out in his first at bat. And the pitch, a ground ball. Second base side, McDermott, an underhand throw. And play and not save
I don't know
at
about
first. Yeah. Definitely a close play. But it looked like it looked like Lucas got his foot on the bag in time, but they say no. So first and second, and 1 out for Upper Perkiomen. And it's now Delvin Kranich. 1 for 1 with the RBI single his first time up. And the first pitch on the way. Never mind, they look back to second and first. No throw goes. And first pitch is flown out, deep center field. Robbins and Rosado back. It's carrying. It's going to one-hop the wall. 1 run scores easily. Here comes Bugman.
Oh, he's going for 3.
He'll score. It's a bases-clearing 2-run triple for Delvin Kranich. And it's now a 4-0 Upper Perkiomen lead in the second. It's now Braden Reed, the first baseman. Wearing number 21, a man on third, and only one out for Perkiomen in the second. I guess Lucas thought that Kranich didn't touch second on the triple. Umpire says he did, so all that for nothing. Kind of a weird sequence. I feel like you should have done that right after he got to third. If you thought that. First pitch to Reed. Taken for ball one. Reed walked his first time up and scored a run on the RBI single. That pitch fouled off. The count evens up at one apiece. And the 1-1 pitch to Reed. On the way from Lucas. Fouled off. That pushes the count to 1-2. Again, Reed, the first baseman, walked his first time and only plate appearance so far. And the 1-2. Swung on and fouled off left field side, out of play.
Got a lot of people out here today. It's good to see.
Yep, it's summer, officially summertime it goes, so no reason for the whole student section not to show up.
Agreed.
Reed ready again. And he hits a ground ball over near Ross, foul on the right field side. And it stays 1-2 for back-to-back pitches. Reed ready for his third consecutive 1-2 pitch. And it's a big swing and a miss on the inside corner. Lucas gets him to chase. Lucas' first strikeout of the game in a big moment. And there's now 2 outs and a man on third for the Indian offense. After a Reed strikeout, that is now Brody Rice, the catcher, coming to the plate. He's 1-for-1 with an RBI single. First pitch to Weiss is in the dirt, a little lower than the pitch they got Reed to swing at. The pitch to Weiss, popped up, center field. Robbins plays it easily, and he makes the catch. 2 more runs scored in the second for Perkiomen. For the Firebirds, it's Acosta, Baker, Amati due up, and they are now down 4-0 heading the bottom of the second. And the first baseman, Isaac Acosta, leading off for the Firebirds in the bottom of the second. HGP trails 4-0 to Upper Perkiomen. They trailed 9-1 in their last game against Avon Grove and wound up winning 19-12. So definitely nowhere near over for the Firebird faithful. And Acosta looking to prove that with his first at bat. And will take a ball in the outside corner. One over the count to the first baseman. And the pitch swung on, hit well, deep right field, going back and just unable to make the catch. It'll one-hop the wall. Acosta thought about going to second. He made the right move holding up at first. And that's where he'll stand safely with a leadoff single. So the Acosta single brings up Matt Baker, the catcher. First throw of the at-bat will go over towards first. So Baker swings and misses at the first pitch to him, and the count is 0-1. So a little bit of tech difficulties for the next 2 minutes, looking to get the cameras up and running. But we'll be back with you shortly as we go side by side. Right. 1-1 the count to Baker. Acosta creeps off first. And the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, over to short, tags the bag, throws to first in time. Back-to-back innings, the Firebirds started off with a single and then a double play. This time Baker the one to hit into it. And it brings up Joey Amati with 2 outs and no man on. The first pitch is hit well, deep left center, going back and making the catch at the wall was Kyle Mazzi. So Amati just misses a home run, and the Firebirds still trail by 4 through 2. It's 4-0 Indians. First pitch on the way to Will Kalak. Now taking a little low, ball 1. Kalak, the third baseman, wearing number 3. And that one's popped up shallow right, and the catch is made in right field by Kyle Mazzy. So Kalak pops out, and it's now Noah McDermott, who's been on a heater recently for the Firebird offense. The second baseman back in the number 9 spot, looking to break out of it as we advance the district playoffs. And the first pitch to him, taking ball 1.
That wind is wicked today. We've seen a bunch of flyouts already.
Yeah, it is. And first there's a ground ball over to third. Third at first is in time. And there's now 2 quick outs. That brings up Aiden Robbins, who's 1 for 1 with a single his first time up. Leadoff hitter to the center fielder for the Firebirds. Now 2 outs in the third, looking to get something going offensively. And it's a line drive right over to third. And a great play at third by Cole Pierce. 1, 2, 3 go to the Firebirds, almost on 3 pitches. Due up for the Indians, it's Kyle Mazzy, Evan Sands, and Isaac Bugman as we head to the top of the 4th. Kyle Mazzy, the right fielder, will lead off for Perkiomen. The Indian offense leads 4-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. And the first pitch to Mazzy, upstairs, ball 1. So Hubbard took over on the mound for Justin Lucas. During our brief intermission in the 3rd inning, we had a quick mic difficulty. He threw a 1-2-3 and looking to repeat that here with a 1-0 count to Mazzy. And the count now quickly 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch from Hubbard. Check swing didn't go into 3-0 count. The 3-0. Inside, ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk to lead off the 4th for Kyle Mazzy. Now Evan Sands, second baseman. Stealing is Mazzy, and he'll be down safely. So Mezzi's still second on the first pitch. It's a ball outside the stands. And the count 1-0. Evan Sands has a single and a walk in his 2 plate appearances today for Upper Perkiomen. He's looked back to second, but without a throw. Now back-to-back balls thrown to Evan Sands.
Can't believe it's already the 3rd time they're in their lineup already.
Yeah, you're right. Firebirds have only just batted around with Robbins. Mezzi extends his lead off second, and it's now a 3-0 count to Evan Sands. And the pitch, just Baylor catches the bottom of the zone, strike 1. And it's a 3-1 count to Hubbard, or from Hubbard to Evan Sands. Hubbard looking to battle back. Sands shows bunt. And the pitch will be bunted over near the mound. Hubbard bobbled it, throws on a fall to first. And he's safe at first.
Oh, wow.
All-out effort by Evan Sands to get to first on the infield single. It looked like Hubbard had him. He made a great effortful play, but just not in time. And there's now men on the corners with nobody out for Upper Perkiomen. Isaac Bugman, the shortstop, comes to the plate. Bugman shows bunt. It's a bunt over to the mound. And is he safe? He's safe as well. It's an infield bunt single back-to-back at bats for Perkiomen. And now be a quick mound visit. It's now a 5-0 Upper Perkiomen lead, and the Firebirds are starting to let it get away from them. So take a quick break. Eddie Rosado leads off for the Firebirds in the bottom of the 4th. Rosado was doubled up in his first at-bat. And the first pitch to him was taken for a ball, and it got away from Weiss. And Rosado takes back-to-back balls to count 2-0.
So, Kane, you have anything fun going on over the summer?
I'm going to Spain, Myrtle Beach, Wildwood, Wellsboro, Boston. So, yeah.
So, are you in Pennsylvania at all?
3 weeks.
Oh.
3-0 now the count to Rosado. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Rosado. So speaking of vacations, the Firebirds hoping to be in State College this summer for the state championship game as they were last year. The road back starts to the win today against Upper Perkiomen, where they trail 5-0. Still not out of it, as again they've proven that they can come back from being down 9-1 to an even better team in Avon Grove. So 5-0 seems to be nothing compared to that, as Rosado has looked back to first, but he's back in time. That's Matt Gonglick. And Gonglick will take strike 1. The shortstop walked his first and only plate appearance so far. And pitch taken for a strike, back-to-back strikes. And the 0-2. Swung on, line drive. Fielded at short, throw goes to first. On a hop, it's wild, and it's going to go into the stands. It'll be a free base for both Gonglick and Rosado, and the Firebirds are back in business in the 4th. It'll be 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. As now Reese Accord. Accord grounded out his first time up. And that pitch in the dirt. So Evan Whitting currently on the mound for Upper Perkiomen, whether it be a mound visit. Made at bat to Accord. Whitting has not recorded a strikeout yet, but is also not allowed to run. With the Firebirds with men on 2nd and 3rd, have a chance to change that. So Whitting will obviously stay in the game for Perkiomen. Accord moves back into the box. And the 1-0 pitch coming from Evan Whitting. Swung on, skied, shallow left field and into foul territory over the seats. And it almost clipped the back of the seats. That evens up the count at 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch to Reese Accord. Swing and a miss. Every time Accord swings, you can't help but just think it's going to go flying over the fence.
Well, it seems like every time he makes contact with it, it's like very loud.
Yeah.
Definitely has that power, though, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Reese.
1-2 the count. And the pitch to Accord. Swung on, popped up, foul, left field side. And well out of play again.
Man, those benches are just a target right now.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
Sniper. Can't tell who that was, but someone was trying to go fetch the ball for the Firebirds over on the left field side. It may have been Rosado. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Hit deep right. Coming in just a little bit. Maybe deep enough for a tag. Mazzy makes the catch. It will be deep enough for a tag, and the Firebirds will get on the board. It's a sac fly for Reese Accord. Rosado will score. Gongwick advances to third, and there's one out, but the Firebirds have a man on third and a run home, and it's 5-1 Upper Perkiomen. That brings up Isaac Acosta. Man on third and one out for the Firebird offense. Acosta has 1 for 1 with a single in his first time up. And the first pitch in there for strike one. On the count to Acosta. And the pitch, a chopper at the mound. The throw goes to first. It's in time, but a run scores. And it's Gongwick that scores on the RBI by Reese Accord. Or sorry, Isaac Acosta. Was that Matt Baker? The catcher hitting a double play his first time up. And he takes a ball outside on his first pitch. It's now a 5-2 Upper Perkiomen lead. Here in the fourth as the Firebirds have scored two. And it's now a quick 2-0 count to Baker. And pitch to Baker is fouled off the cage. That's now 2-1. So I suppose I never asked you in response, what are you doing over the summer after you asked me?
Nothing too fun. I've work, and then I'm doing one of those Ghost summer courses.
Oh, yeah, I love summer
So
courses.
that's kind of it, yeah.
I was doing some research the other day. I found I only needed 3.5 more credits to graduate senior year.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, counting my junior year
Right,
credit, so
of
I only
course.
take like 4 classes.
No, just 3 this year. You
Yeah.
graduate early.
2-2 the count after Baker fouled off the back of the cage. And the pitch. Taking strike 3 at the very bottom of the zone. It's the first strikeout of the day for Upper Perkiomen pitching, and it comes at a good time. But the Firebirds score 2 in their side of the fourth. It's a 5-2 Indian lead, but the Firebirds are coming back. So leading off for the Indians is Drew Graff, designated hitter, who will pop one foul on the left field side out of play. I believe the Firebirds have a new third baseman. Hubbard stays on the mound pitching. Is that Tom McGinley?
No, it's still Kalak.
Oh, it is still Kalak.
Yeah.
As now strike two. Back-to-back strikes go to Graff. Oh, 0-2 the count to Drew Graff. And the pitch swung on, ground ball over to second. Fielded McDermott throws to first in time. And there's one out. That'll bring up Owen Williams, the center fielder. Reached on a drop third and then grounded out. And the pitch taken at the bottom of the zone for strike one. And the 0-1s is swing and a miss. Williams down the count quickly, 0-2. And the 0-2 delivery from Alex Hubbard to Williams. Just missed up high. One and two now the count to Owen Williams. And the pitch. Swung on, ground ball over to third. Kalak fields it cleanly, and the throw to first is in time. Back-to-back roundouts for Perkiomen with Graff and Williams, and it brings up Cole Pierce, the third baseman. Pierce set to go. And the first pitch to him is taking a little low, ball one. Pierce is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop out. And again, he takes the ball two that just misses. The 2-0. Popped off the top of the cage, foul. And out of play. Two on the count to Pierce. And the delivery on the way from Hubbard. Catches the bottom of the zone, strike two. So kind of a lower strike zone today for both teams. It's like higher strikes haven't been called, lower strikes have.
Yeah, it seems like there's been a lot of low balls that has been called for walks or not walks.
Yep.
It's like been kind of close.
As long as it's consistent. It's a line drive, right center field, or left center field, pardon me. The catch is made easily in left by Joey Amati. So the Firebirds get out of the inning 1-2-3. We get to the bottom of the fifth. The Firebirds running low on time, but not on morale. It's a 5-2 game. So Joey Amati leads off for the Firebirds in the 5th. Left fielder is 0-for-1 with a fly out. The pitch taken outside, ball 1. Evan Wittig stays on the mound for Perkiomen. He recorded a strikeout in the last inning of Baker to end the inning. And the count now 1-1. One to Amati. Swung on, ground ball over short. Fielded cleanly, and the throw goes to first. It's in time. And there's one out in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting for the Firebirds, number 23, Will Kalak.
And Kalak, the third baseman, 0-for-1 with a pop out. And Kalak takes a little low, ball 1. So the winner of today's game will continue to advance through district playoffs. And the winner of districts will advance to states, which the Firebirds were runner-ups in last year.
It'd be nice to see them actually maybe win it this year, but got to get through this game first.
Especially this game. The 2-0 count taken into the inside corner, strike 1. The count 2-1 to Kalak. The 2-1 in the dirt, ball 3. (3-1) to the third baseman. That pitch catches the bottom of the zone, strike 2. 3-2 now the count to Kalak. That pitch swing and a miss. Kalak down swinging, back-to-back innings with a strikeout for Evan Wittig. And it's now Noah McDermott, the second baseman, at the plate. And first pitch to McDermott, taken for ball 1. And McDermott, a ground ball over to third. Fielded on a hop, throws to first in time. And the Firebirds go 1-2-3 in the 5th. We head to the top of the 6th. The Firebirds currently trail by 3, 5-2 to Upper Perkiomen. And leading off for Perkiomen, Kyle Mazzy, Evan Sands, and Isaac Bugman. Kyle Mazzy leads off for Perkiomen. He has a ground out and a walk. And the first pitch is hit well, right center. Coming over is Rosado, and he makes the over-the-shoulder catch.
Wow.
Looking like A.J. Brown over in right center with the over-the-shoulder grab. And it's a clean one out. And brings up Evan Sands, second baseman. He's taken for a strike. Oh, 1 to Sands. And that pitch is a round ball over to third. Fielded by Kalak to first in time. And there's now 2 outs.
Now batting for the Indians, number 4, Isaac Buckman.
The count now 0-1. And it's Isaac Bugman at the plate. He's had a fly out, an RBI single, and reached on an error. And the pitch fouled off right field side, but it's going to stay in play for a moment and then just gets out of it. Oh, and 2 now the count to Bugman. And the 0-2 pitch. On the way from Hubbard. Swung on ground ball. Foul on the left field side, and Kalak made the glove hand play.
Condove was still fair or not. It's kind of hard to see the line from our vantage point.
You're right. I didn't think so. The 0-2 to Bugman. Swung on, shot, foul again. And the 0-2 for the third time. Bugman takes just high, ball 1. And the 1-2. Taken for strike 3. So Hubbard knocks him down with his first strikeout of the outing. We head to the bottom of the 6th as the Firebirds trailing by 3, but the top of the order in Robbins, Rosado, and Gongla coming up. Leading it off for the Firebirds in the bottom of the 6th, it's Aiden Robbins. The pitch taken for strike one. 0-1 the count to Robbins. It's a 7-inning game for the Firebirds. Looks like we head to extras. A great time for a rally would be now, as the Firebirds have the top of the order up. And Robbins, a ground ball over to third. Fielded on a hop and to first in time. And that brings up Eddie Rosado. Rosado is hit into a double play and walked in his only 2 plate appearances. And he takes strike one to start this at bat. And the 0-1. Taking just a little low for ball one. And back-to-back balls to Rosado. So Wittig stays on the mound for Upper Perkiomen. And that one finds the inside of the zone for strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the count to Rosado. And the pitch fouled off. After Rosado, it's Gonglick, Accord, and Acosta. The Firebirds heated the order.
This may end up being the best chance for the Firebirds here to, try to tie it up because the meat of their lineup.
Yeah. If the back of the order can get something going, there may be a chance to win in the 7th. And the pitch. Just missed inside, and the count now full to Rosado. Looked to be a strike for the first opening moment of that pitch.
Right.
And the 3-2 full count pitch fouled off. Rosado ready to do it again. And an all-important full count pitch. Swung on, chopped foul, right field side, out of play. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat to Rosado. And the pitch swung on, flown out to left. And the catch is made in left field by Delvin Cranch. Rosado down. That brings up Matt Gonglick, the shortstop. He has a walk and reached on an error. The Firebirds need to get something going here offensively to get back within immediate striking range. And the pitch to Gonglick taken low, ball one. 1-0, misses low again. 2-0 to Gonglick.
Sorry, Kane.
Good.
Firebird just got to try to string together a few hits, not try to force anything.
Yep. 3 singles should get a run home.
Exactly.
And if there's a walk work in there, even better. In the count 3-0 to Gonglick. And you have the power hitter Reese Accord on deck. So if I'm Gonglick, I'm not swinging here. The 3-0. He did not swing, but it is taken for a strike. It swung on ground ball, base hit right field. Gonglick reaches base in a much needed opportunity for HGP. And it's Reese Accord. Accord, one of the biggest moments for him all season. Back-to-back games, he's going to be needed in the clutch. Will he pull through like he did against Avon Grove? After Accord's Acosta serving as a tying run. But even if Acosta isn't able to come up, or isn't able to score, pardon me, Accord getting a run home here would be very well served. Check back to first. Gauntlet back safely. Accord still waiting for his first pitch. Accord is a ground out and a sac fly. We scored a run. And the pitch taken for a strike. Accord ready for the 0-1. That's a ground ball, or pardon me, high fly ball deep center, and it's caught in center field by Upper Perkiomen. So the Firebirds threaten briefly, but nothing comes of it, and it's a 5-2 Perkiomen lead going to the 7th and final regular inning. There's Braden Reed, the first baseman. Okay, just strike out, pop out, and a walk, and the first pitch taken for a strike. Oh, on the count to Reed. Now 0-2. Hubbard staying on the mound. He ended the inning on a strikeout in the 6th. Hoping to get a couple more in the 7th. And the pitch to Hubbard, from Hubbard. Swung on, grounded foul on the left field side. And out of play. So we're having some quick camera difficulties over at home plate as that's fouled off the left field side again. So Reed, the first baseman, ready. And the pitch. Just outside, ball 1.
Yeah, that's a very nice looking cage, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe we should ask Baker to fix it.
Not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah.
I'll yell for his name right now.
The pitch to Reed, popped up, It'll stay in the infield. McDermott calling everyone off, and he makes the catch.
Now batting for the Indians, number 21, Braden Reed.
Told me that was Delvin Kranich batting, and now Braden Reed comes to the plate. Oh, so that makes a lot more sense. And Reed will take a step off the home plate. First pitch taken for a ball. And the count 1-0 to Reed. And the 1-0 pitch swung on. Hit to right, is down for a base hit. Just barely fair. Reek flying around first, will get the second standing up. Or never mind, sliding down. Could have got there standing up without a throw.
Yeah, that was not necessary.
Yeah.
Now batting for the Indians, number 14, Brody Weiss.
And that brings up Brody Weiss. So 1 out and a man on second for Perkiomen.
Man, was he flying around the bases. I don't know if you'd actually get 2 for a second.
Weiss has an RBI single, a pop out, and a line out. Weiss the catcher, wearing number 14. And the pitch from Hubbard. Ground ball, right field side. And it'll be 1 out as the Fires get the out over at first with Acosta. Brings up Drew Graff. Advancing the third on the play was Braden Reed. So Graff now has a man on third and 2 outs. And the pitch. Taken for strike 1. Graff, designated hitter, has a ground out, fly out, and another ground out. And the pitch. Taking ball 1. 1-1 now the count to Drew Graff. And hits a ground ball through the hole in left field. 1 runner scores, just barely gets under the glove of Will Kalak. And Graff has an RBI single. It's now a 6-2 game in favor of Perkiomen here in the 7th. And the Fires are going to have some work to do in their half. Owen Williams reaching a drop third and has 2 ground outs. And a pitch from Hubbard taken for ball 1. And the 1-0 swung on, hit to the center. Robbins backing up, and he makes the catch on a slight hop. The Fires work their way out of the inning, but 1 run does score on the RBI single by Drew Graff. The Firebirds down 4 in the bottom of the 7th. It's miracle time at Holy Ghost Prep. It's 6-2 over Perkiomen. Leading off for HGP in the bottom of the 7th and final inning is Isaac Acosta. And Acosta's first pitch is down for a base hit in the right center. Acosta leadoff single. It's his second single of the game, and the Firebirds have life in the 7th.
We ain't dead yet.
Yes, sir. As Beth Productions once said about 5 minutes ago, the Holy Ghost hopefully is with us. That brings up the catcher, Matt Baker. Baker has hit into a double play and struck out. They look back to first, and Acosta got pump faked for a second, but he gets back in time. It is Evan Wittig still on the mound, looking for a complete game. Baker's still waiting for the first pitch of his at-bat. And the pitch from Wittig. Swung on, foul off the right field side. And that'll play. That's a ground ball, base hit center field. Back-to-back hits for the Firebirds as Matt Baker goes right up the middle. It's now first and second, nobody out for the Firebirds. And HGP's crowd starting to get back into it. And Matt Goldenbaum, the pinch hit for Joey Amati. The Firebirds also have a pinch runner, being number 15. Wasn't on our roster yesterday and isn't on our roster today, but Baker at the pinch runner at first. Matt Goldenbaum at the plate. This will be his first at-bat. And the pitch. Swung on, ground ball to short. To second for one. To first on a hop. Just in time. Goldenbaum with all-out effort to the first. He just got beaten out. And just like that, the Firebirds are down to their final out, but they have a man on third. That brings up Will Kalak. He has a pop out and a strikeout. The last hope for HGP. Ground ball over to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first. In time. And upper Perkiomen, who dominated all game, will defeat Holy Ghost Prep on the road 6-2. So that appears to be the end of the line for the Firebirds today as they lose in the first round of the district playoffs, upper Perkiomen. Again, your final score is 6-2. Justin Lucas will be credited with the loss. Evan Wittig the complete game win in the 4-run win for the Indians. So your offensive MVP of the game, Delvin Kranich, left fielder for Upper Perkiomen. He had 2 singles and a triple, including 3 total RBIs and a run scored out of that. We'll line up at home plate, and that should do it for us for this broadcasting year. We'll come back, both as upperclassmen, even though Steven already is, but both as upperclassmen next year. And that'll be senior year of broadcasting.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So be sure to stay tuned for soccer from the Dwayne Athletic Complex in August. We're excited for that. We'll be back in August on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. But for now, I'm Caden Stewart.
I'm Steven Zagler.
We'll see you then on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube network.